In India, because the diabetic population there has crossed 100 million and it's gone up by over 40% in just the last 4 years, according to a recent study. The disease is now also spreading to smaller towns and villages. It's a trend that has grave health and economic consequences. Nikhil Inamda has more.
1 out of every 10 of these people are diabetic, and many more are on the cusp of it. Rajni Gupta's poorly controlled diabetes led to complications and eventually a foot amputation. She's now part of a grim statistic. Every year, around 100,000 Indians lose a foot from amputation.
I had never imagined I'd lose my foot. What can one do? I have to live like this now.
Once considered a rich man's disease, diabetes is now spreading to India's vast rural hinterland as consumption of processed foods goes up and lifestyles become more sedentary.
Many of our dietary components are becoming too high priced. And what we need to do is to make the healthier option the easier option by making it much more affordable.
This diabetes awareness camp by a startup called Beato in a small village in central India is using fun and games to educate people about the disease. Awareness of diabetes and access to specialist doctors is a critical gap in remote parts of this country.
So you can get your sugar levels tested in a matter of a few seconds with this device. And what's a staggering statistic from this camp is that more than 50% of the people who just randomly walked in here actually had sugar levels that were higher than normal.
Diabetes hai? Pata nahi hai.
Affordable care will be key to limiting the spread of the disease, says Beato's founder.
Every expense around diabetes that you look at is actually out of pocket. Right, so whether it's expense on medicines, expense on going and seeing a doctor, getting your diagnostics done, if you're able to make this whole value proposition a lot more affordable, you see a sudden steep rise in the level of adherence and compliance.
This is a disease that carries with it a big economic cost, say experts, through reduced productivity and higher healthcare spending, a major burden for a low-income country like India. Nikhil